finally figured it out. What I have right here, this is just my settlement. Well, I say settlement, rate's my only one. And I wanted a garage door. I don't know why I wanted a garage door, but I did. So I made one. Now, how this works, you're going to see right now, is that flip a switch, it opens. You go outside, flip a switch, it closes. And yes, I have the standard give me water. I need to turn this back on. This is kind of... Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Colorblind, can't see it. Alright, so what this is, right here is the XOR logic gate, XOR. I think it would be XOR. With, I have two input wires to it. One for the switch, and one for this power conduit, which is connected to the other switch. Now, what the XOR logic gate does is it transmits power when exactly one unit has power. And what you're going to be doing with this garage door, whenever you want it closed, it'll either be both. It really doesn't. Alright. So the reason I have it going, the reason I have the switch going through this window to the power conduit and then up here is because, well, without glitches, you can't put a wire through a wall. So I changed up my wall to a window, put the wire through the window, and wired the power conduit to the input side of the logic gate. Naturally, both your switches would need power. So I have a generator over here, just putting power to this switch, and then I have it wired separately to go upstairs to power those lights up there. Okay. So now, tutorial on how to do this. What you have to do, you have to have a switch on each side, with the logic gate on, well, this side, because this is where the conduit's at. You need to power both switches, and then wire both switches into the input portion of the logic gate. And then hook the output part of the logic gate into the rolling metal door, the garage door, the power door. This works with pretty much all doors. If I actually knew where the power door was in the menu, like actually memorized it, because I don't really play with logic gates and power all that much. I just power things for electricity, just to say I can. And then after you do all that, you want in, go into the garage door, flip switch on the inside. You can always ignore the outside switch unless you're leaving and you want the door shut behind you. I'm just going to do this a couple times just to show you any possible combination. As long as you're doing it in order, will work. Now, right now, you can tell both of them have power without even seeing the other side, because whenever this has power, it's open. And the logic gate only transmits power when one unit has power. So right now the logic gate's not giving out any power, but it's receiving it. I guess another good way to look at it would be a filter. So it filters the power through here when only one unit has power right now, which is this switch, because I just shut this one off to open it. So you would wire it into the input, and then that power goes to the output, but will not work unless you wire the output to something else, which I have to the gate. This is so hard to explain. I think I've covered just about everything. Just both switches need powered, and and both switches need hooked up to the logic gate, the input. And try to keep it off of your main power source, I think. Would it work with a main power? I haven't actually tried it with a main power source yet, because these right here are hooked up to the power that I have going throughout the entire settlement. Somebody tell me. I don't know if it works with a main power with a main power source or not, but I just have a mini generator over here. Yeah. And it's closed. Because doing it like this is a little more convenient than if you want it closed behind you, flipping the switch and going outside. Because then you can't open it from the garage door unless you have this. You would have to walk all the way around to your non-powered door, and yeah, I find that just annoying and tedious, and I'm not going to do it when I can just do this. So hopefully you learned something today. Power is a very complex thing when it comes to logic, and nobody likes logic. I think that's a good lesson.